as Lana mentioned, my name is Michael from the Council of Canadians, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the issues that we face not only here in Toronto, but through Ontario. We currently face a couple threats with fracked oil. In 2010, this Liberal government issued a report, maps, and sent it out to the oil and gas companies after 3 years of taxpayer-funded research to say fracking is economically viable in Ontario. At the same time, we have Line 9, which is running through our communities. Enbridge, for those of you who don't know, has recently completed a 124-kilometer extension into the Bakken fields. On their website, they point out that this is to tie into their main line, which comes to eastern Canada. So we're going to be seeing fracking oil, along with tar sands dilbit, likely going through Enbridge Line 9. And I don't know about you guys, but I say no to this. No to tar sands, no to fracking, and no to Line 9. Now, a thing that we often forget, which I've been kind of ranting and going on about lately, but we already have fracked oil and dilbit going through our communities. Massive quantities, I'm talking, of tar sands and dilbit fracked oil are being moved by rail through our communities. And this is a recent phenomenon. In 2009, there were about 500 tankers transported across Canada that had oil in it. In 2013, that was over 160,000. These tankers are moving through our communities daily, along with the pipelines. It's a plan to attack us from both sides. And we know how volatile this is. We've seen examples in Lac Magnetique. We know that about 75% of Bakken oil is coming by train at the moment. We see tar sands dilbit. Alberta right now is building transloading facilities to move over 880 barrels a day by train through. Yet, what do we get from the Harper government? They don't think we have a right to know. Whether it's pipelines or oil by rail, they don't think the danger matters to us. Yet we know that 10% of what comes through on our trains is hazardous material, including fracked oil. We hear Lisa Raids and Stephen Harper giving safety announcements. They just did one the other day on rail. I kind of equate this to putting an airbag in a Ford Pinto and sending it on the racetrack and saying you're going to be safe. It's not. And at the same time, lately I've been talking with the emergency preparedness departments. For those of you who don't know, Enbridge was out in front of the city of Toronto earlier this week handing out hot dogs for Emergency Preparedness Week. I kid you not. I kid you not. Now, I've been talking to the emergency departments at the city of Toronto, Hamilton, Kitchener. There is no specific risk assessment report for either a pipeline spill or a tanker spill in Ontario or Toronto. None. We have floods, we have power outages, we have no risk assessment. And that is because this provincial government, under their legislation, doesn't feel that the likelihood is enough. Now, I don't know about you guys, but 1/3 of all tanker spills on the tracks in Canada involve crude by rail. We have Enbridge, this Line 9 pipeline. There is a 90% chance of a massive rupture in the first 5 years. Now, as a quick shame indeed, as a quick anecdote, the benzene and hydrochloric acid, which is in that fracked oil and gas, if that got into our waterways and our drinking water, Toronto Water has no way to filter that benzene out. We'd be without drinking water if one major catastrophe happened. Now, lastly, the thing I wanted to sort of talk about is our communities. I think we deserve better, and I think we're doing it today. I think we demand better. We have a right, as a community, as citizens, to make informed and educated decisions about what's happening. And this isn't the false dichotomy that we often get of you have to choose pipelines or rails. That's the oil industry and the rail industry dividing and conquer. We can demand better. You know, we shouldn't be digging up the tar sands. We shouldn't be fracking in the first place. Thank you. What we need to do is we need to think about this. We need our government to listen and take a step back from this extreme energy, and we need to protect our climate. Thank you.
Yeah.